Okay, be sure to watch my other awesome home theater videos, but if you're ready to set up your own or just want some good ideas for your home theater, here's an inexpensive idea that anyone can do to improve their home theater experience. Hey, if you like this content, do me a big favor, like and subscribe so I get credit for all my hard work.
Yeah, right.
Okay, here's something you can do to improve your home theater experience and it'll cost you nothing. Set up and test your surround sound settings. If you're not sure if your system is a 7.2 or a 5.1 system, see my other video called 7.2 Surround Sound Theater Receiver Buyer's Guide. I'll put a link in the description. Most people don't realize when you purchase a surround sound amplifier that it's not fully configured when you first turn it on. You need to test and change settings to make them work for the configuration of your speakers and the theater room. Each system will have different buttons, so check your manual, and if you've lost it, you can go online and find it. In most cases, the speaker wire connectors on the back of the amplifier will be a little confusing. Just remember that the surround speaker connectors are for the back speakers in a 5.1 configuration, but when configured as a 7.2 setup, they become the side speakers, and the surround back connectors will be used for your back speakers. For a great sound experience, your sound system needs to match your movie source. For example, if you're playing a Blu-ray disc or if you're playing a movie file, find out if the source video is recorded in stereo or 5.1 or 7.2 surround sound. In most cases, all of these will sound fine if you have your amp set to play in a surround sound. But if not, you'll need to change the amp settings to improve the sound quality. You can know what surround sound profile to use on your amp based on the information found on the back cover of your movie case or on the front of the disc. As you can see here, it tells the movie is 5.1 or 7.2 and what surround technology it was recorded with, such as Dolby Digital Surround. And it's best for the amp sound profile to match the movie sound format. The same is true for movies that you play online from any streaming service. You can see here on Plex what the sound profile is to match it with your amp. Using my amp, let me show you how I select these sound profiles and what these adjustments look like for the best sound quality. Under the listening mode buttons, I push the Movie TV button to cycle through the sound profiles ProLogic 2 Movie, Neo 6 Cinema, and Direct while the movie is playing. If you can't find an exact match, that's okay just to select one that sounds the best in your opinion. Some profiles, such as the ones with ProLogic, will expand even a 2-channel source to a 5.1 or 7.1 channel playback. A lot of these amps have a port you can plug in a small mic and then place the mic in the center of the room. You then have the sound system run a test and it'll automatically adjust the sound levels for what it thinks is the best settings for your room. Now just a couple more things you can do to adjust your amp to improve the sound quality of your speakers. I push the setup with the source selected and cycle through the options to get the speaker set up. I select the speaker distance option and I can tell the amp how far each speaker is set apart, helping the amp to understand where the speakers are located in the room for better sound. I then also adjust the speaker levels. The amp will play a test sound so that I can increase and lower the sound of each speaker manually. There are many more options to play with if there's something that you're not satisfied in the sound quality. Improving the sound quality, I feel, is one of the most important adjustments you can make to improve your home theater experience. In the next video, I share some other inexpensive ideas that anyone can do to improve their home theater experience. Give it a watch, and don't forget to subscribe to help this channel grow, and thanks for watching.